This is what I look like before I go to bed. I got my frownies on, but I just want to say something before I go to sleep because this is important. Maybe this will draw your attention in me looking like, I don't know, a Klingon. When I listened to Waltz's speech today, his press conference, he mentioned the National Guard and talking about people protesting peacefully. I had this fear that people with a lower level of awareness or maybe some biases or I don't know. I don't want to put it in a rude way, would misinterpret what he was saying. What he was talking about was because of after the George Floyd protests, things got so out of hand. He was telling the people of Minnesota not to get things out of hand and let protests become violent. And he was telling the people of Minnesota that the National Guard would be there to bring things down, to de escalate if protests happened after this as a result of this murder, and that the National Guard would be there to de-escalate the protesting and not to go against the government. I don't know why, like, when I heard him saying this on this press conference, I knew what he was saying, but I also knew that there were gonna be idiots who would not understand what he was saying and misinterpret it and spread it on fucking social media like a bunch of assholes. That's not what he was saying. He's not talking about martial law against the United States government. He was talking about telling the citizens of Minnesota to protest peacefully and that the National Guard would be there so that the protests don't get out of hand. Guys, critical thinking. A woman was murdered in cold blood by ICE agents today in Minneapolis. Peace be with you.